Welcome to the first video in the Context Sequencer video tutorial series. In this video we're going to look at how to use context to create simple patterns to control drums in PD. I have here a very simple snare drum unit. It just takes a single bang unit, and I want to use context to create a little pattern for it. What I'm going to do is first of all create a context object. And I need some way for context to communicate with this snare drum. I'm going to use the receive object, and I'm going to use receive context dash. The dash is very important if you want it to be able to communicate. Now, there's two things that I need to know about context to create patterns. One is these toggles along the bottom here. 1, 2, 3 is just going to create a very simple sequence, just as you would expect as a regular step sequencer. Second is the time duration, which is defined by this number box here. So I'm going to create time duration of 2 seconds. Now to start context, I'm just going to double click anywhere in the middle area of context here. And there's my pattern. I can of course change the pattern and change the time duration, and the pattern will follow accordingly. Now this context represents a bar of 4 beats in a bar. If I want it to be longer, it's very easy for me to extend a context unit to any given length. How did I do that? So I held down the Shift key. You can't see that on the screen, but I'm holding down the Shift key, and I want to click just outside the boundary of context, and then I drag as the mouse is still held down, drag and then let go when it's big enough. This is how you use context to create simple patterns as a regular step sequencer. One other thing, the last thing that I'll demonstrate in this video, is the Properties menu. If I right-click on Context and click Properties, here comes a menu. There are many different options in this menu, and I can scroll through them. And to go back, I use this button here, and then when I come back to the Home menu, I just click, and there comes context. In the next video, we will look at what some of those options mean.